Today on Spike's Car Radio, Johnny's finally going to tell us about the Ferrari F80. We're also going to hear from me. Do I like that Aston Martin Vanquish as much as he did? I kind of did. And somebody buried a Chevy Vega in 1975 and opened it up. And we're going to tell you how good that paint is. It's good. I just ruined every surprise in the show. Just start the show. Here we are on Spike's Car Radio. We've got Jonny Lieberman back from his trip. We've had a nice pre-show discussion about murder and pacemakers.
The joy of murder.
The joy of murders. And how satisfying it would be to punch someone with a pacemaker because then they would die. Anyway, here we are.
That was what the conversation was about.
That's what it was. Jonny, I've got to catch you because you're going back out on the road, traveling again.
Yes.
I'm really impressed with how much you travel and how much you say yes to. You've been around the world a bunch of times, but let's go through this stuff one at a time.
Yeah.
When last we left you,
yes,
you had driven the Ferrari F80 and you were embargoed and you could not talk about it.
Yes.
And I said, I had a feeling that you liked it.
Yes.
Was that the case? What can you tell us now about your experience?
I loved it. Well, I think I wrote 5 stories and made 2 videos about it. But yeah, absolutely loved the thing.
5 Instagram stories or 5
No,
actual...
like written thingies. No, maybe 3. I wrote 3. The 2 are on the Amalfi, 3 are on the F80. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, it is next level. It's everything Ferrari knows about cars in one car. And that means they do F1 and they won Le Mans 3 times in a row and they make like some of the best street cars. You drove the 296.
Yeah.
You know how absolutely delightful that car is.
It is.
Now put another 400 horsepower on that car.
All right.
With better brakes.
Yeah.
And even way better handling because not only does it have these crazy 3D printed tires. And I said, why'd you go with 3D printed tires? And they go, oh, well, there's 27 different rubber compounds that we use per tire, and we want to make sure it's in exactly the right place. So if you print the tire as opposed to however else you make tires, it can be much more accurate.
And you put this on your new YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Can we pull that up? What's Jonny driving, right? Is that what you call it?
No, I don't know if I like that. No, that
should have been the name of your show, by the way. Every time I try to find your show, I go, it should have been What's Jonny Driving?
What's Driving with Jonny?
It's called Driving with Jonny.
Yeah. And
okay, there it is.
I have a new segment, Talking with Jonny. Anyways, yeah, you get the idea. Yes.
No one wants to talk with Jonny. And why double exclamation points?
I like exclamation points.
It's not Talking with Jonny.
F80.
So you posed a question. Did I just drive the best car ever made?
Yes.
But I brought the Aston Martin Vanquish.
Well, no, look.
Is this?
Oh, look, there are different types of cars. I love the Aston Martin Vanquish. It is a big, sexy Grand Tour.
Right.
It is a Buick Roadmaster wagon compared to the Ferrari F80. You know what I mean?
How much of this footage is you and like that opening shot? Was that this stuff they provided?
A lot of this is stuff they provided, of
right.
course. They had some great B-roll.
Okay, I have questions if you want to answer them.
Please.
God, it's gorgeous.
Please, yeah.
What does it cost?
$4 million to start. That's without options.
How many are they making?
799.
And why is that number significant?
I forget, but they're making 799.
Okay.
But if you do the math, 4 million times 799 is 3.1 billion in sales.
What past models is it closely related to? I think I just saw a 288 GTO
right.
there.
So this is the latest Ferrari supercar. So the first one was the 288 GTO, which became the F40. Then 10 years later, they did the F50. 10 years later, they did the Enzo. 10 years later, they did the LaFerrari. So this is the successor to the LaFerrari.
Wow.
It's the same width. I think might be the same length because of all the aero. Around Fiorano, which is their little test track, this car, the F80, is 5 seconds quicker than the LaFerrari. So it's like, 200 horsepower more, but it weighs the same. The downforce, it's double the downforce. It's 2,300 pounds of downforce on the car. It's just epically awesome and
are they all sold already?
Yes, of course. Yes,
they're all sold
now.
And who gets them?
You own many Ferraris before you get one of these.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
You know, I happened to, you can turn that off now, Cameron. I happened to be down just because where I picked up that 296 was right near where they had the press car. I did something I normally don't do, which is I went and picked it up myself and then I dropped it off. And they had a bunch of just gorgeous Ferraris. It was Beverly Hills Ferrari service. Gorgeous stuff in there. Some of it was, you know, owners, and some of it was stuff from their collection. But I noticed in the new Daytona and
they had one?
Yeah.
Whoa.
And I can see it in this car too. The doors were really up high, like as high as your neck, like you know that you're really in some sort of like bunker, but like a fighter jet cockpit as opposed to the 296, which wasn't like that. Did you feel that way in the F80? Like you were just a little too enclosed into it?
I didn't. I was so my time in the F80
like, could you drive that on the street?
Yeah, very well. So my time in the F80, I did about 9 laps around a circuit called Mazzano, which is like a MotoGP track.
Wow.
Just killed a bug. And then I did about 90 minutes on like the Autostrada with their freeways. And what was great was we missed an exit and we looked and it was like 15 kilometers to the next exit. So we had to go out 20 miles out of our way and time was limited. So I just jumped on the thing and so, you know, on the freeway, it's an absolutely normal car. It's a little on the sporty side, but it just rides great. Seats are comfy. And then it well over very fast, 260 kilometers an hour. So like 155 or something like that, whatever that is. Maybe it's, I can't do the conversion, but it was a lot passing a lot of people. It was just tremendous. Like you're in a fighter jet. Everybody else is in like a wooden biplane. You know what I mean? Like it's just knifing and slicing. And I've just never in my life driven anything that attacks a road the way this thing just attacks. It's just like, there's this ferocity to it that's
great.
You know, like again, like GT3 RS or even the GT2 RS, but double the power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
no, I know. I felt that in the Bugatti Chiron. I felt that road attack feeling that you're talking about. But again, it's unlike, it almost feels mismatched for planet Earth streets. And
very
roads,
well said. But imagine the Chiron, the Super Sport, I think or the Pure Sport, we both drove that, and take like 1,500 pounds off of it.
Really?
And just freeze it up. You have the same kind of power to weight, all-wheel drive.
Yeah.
It's just wild, absolutely wild. I loved it. I was very smitten with that thing.
How are we going to get the money to get one of these?
I don't know. Yeah, we gotta.
It's nice to know it exists, right?
What I'll do is I'll slip in some leaking gasoline, right?
Yes.
And I'll lose a finger in Zuckerman's hangar, and then you come to rescue me.
Yeah.
And you get set on fire.
It's really got to be the balls or penis, you know, and your ability to procreate that gets the most money. That's where the money is, according to Zuckerman.
Cam, got the producer back there.
Well, let's shift over to this Aston Martin because before this car, this F80, you said this is one of the best cars you've ever driven. Mm-hmm. I've only had it for a day or so, but you know, that really struck me as like, you know, and I think I talked about it with Matt Farrell last week. I'm like, Jonny really loves this. I'm not sure I can kind of access it. But, you know, here I am now 24 hours later driving it. I took it this morning to the Peterson Auto Museum to do their podcast and had a nice time. Lovely drive, except for when I cut off a gig driver and got flipped off. It's hard to recover from an honest mistake in that car.
Yeah, it ain't no cross track.
I raised my hand and they raised theirs, but only one of the fingers was extended up.
Right, yeah.
But, you know, I started recognizing that this car appeals to a very dark side of the personality, that it has this attractive pomposity, you know, that, you know what I'm saying? It speaks to a part of you that most of us try not to feel that way because, you know, you hear words like entitled and privileged and beyond that is the Vanquish experience. Well, and do you know what I'm saying when I say that?
So you're saying you feel like you're smuggling blood diamonds.
Yeah, no, it's not negative. It's a really, you know, I've driven a lot of cars, and this is a really nice car, but it's a $560,000 car. I've driven $1 million cars before, but for some reason I feel like $560,000 is more obscene. I don't know why.
No, I hear you. Yeah.
You open the door, and it has this, this oaky, whiskey library smell of the leather. And you go, oh, that's like your entry point as you get into it. And then you go, oh, I like that smell. Like I wanted to light a cigar up in it and just go driving around.
Let's do it. Who's going to stop us?
You're right. What am I doing?
I don't know.
What am I thinking?
Yeah.
And, it's got a V12 in it, right?
But a very special V12.
Yeah. That makes a nice sound. It's got small things that people aren't happy with that I totally get that are completely irrelevant to liking this. It doesn't have a front end lift, which... if Aston Martin doesn't care that as I go up the street, I hear 20 times, I'm not going to care.
Yeah, well, it ain't my car.
It ain't my car. Yeah. But whatever's scraping is underneath. It's a very unpleasant scrape. It's not like hitting rubber. It's it's got to hurt. The glass roof is tinted enough that it didn't bother me all that much. The funniest thing about it is you're driving a $560,000 car. You open the rear trunk lid, right? You get the tennis equipment out. It doesn't automatically open. You have to lift it like a Subaru and close it like a Subaru, which I kind of respected. Again, these things are not negative.
Sure.
Other than that, and the longness and the longitudinal weirdness sometimes of when it's turning its speed, it is a fantastic car, Johnny. You're not wrong about this.
I mean, 85% of what I love about that car is just looking at that car.
Yeah,
It is just such a knockout, especially if you can like park it, look at it like the hard side. And to do a really good looking hard side these days is tricky.
Yeah.
And you got to be about like 25 feet back. You got to have it in the sunlight.
I don't think I was that far back. Here, look at my side pick, and I can send it to Cam to show us later.
I'll also send a side pick to Cam.
What about that?
Oh, that's about it. Yeah, I would have been a little bit lower. That's real good. I'm going to send one to Cam. That's good.
It fits my neighborhood pretty well. I do dig it. I do like it. I'm not sure I would spend $560,000 on that, but I can. I would not. I would not be upset if someone else did. And
look, again, there it is. It's 824 horsepower just to the rear wheel, and it puts it down. Like that's the shocking
My
part.
picture's way better than yours.
No. Let the audience decide.
Okay.
Let the audience decide.
All right, audience, you decide.
In fact, I even have
yours looks like it was taken in a still from GTA.
Yes, it was.
4.
It was actually. That's where they filmed it.
And you don't have the right amount of distance between the frame.
No,
left and the right. Your composition is a little off.
No, it's perfect. And I have the window up.
But you got to show this.
Yeah, look at that.
In my picture, I was able to digitally remove the trash cans, which had been taken out behind the car with that new little Apple app. And it's gone.
You can tell.
Yeah, they're not there anymore. Yeah. You can't tell.
Hey, look, the window's open. Terrible shot. On my shot, look at that. Perfect. You can see the tension in the form.
It is long. I sent it to Jerry's coming out tomorrow, and he goes, "What are we driving?" I sent him that, and he goes, "You're driving a robot vacuum?" That's what he said.
Wow. So there's no.
It was a Roomba joke. He made a Roomba joke.
I don't. Yeah. Jerry's wrong.
I think he might be.
Yeah.
I did like it. It does appeal to the bad parts of my personality.
Have you been able to take it on a good road yet?
Not yet.
Yeah, do that.
That's later today.
Report back because it is just awesome.
It is. It's great. I was on the 10 this morning, and a nice young lady pulled up next to me and was smiling.
Yes, you look rich. Really, really rich.
It was, yeah. And you looked, and I waved, and it was really cute that she was doing that. But she wasn't doing it to my face. It wasn't about the guy's hat or anything.
Yeah.
She's like, that car. I mean, again, I don't know who that appeals to, but I'm sure there's somebody out there who wants that experience. Well, there you go. Yeah. Aston Martin. All right, let's talk about RaceDeck, and we'll move on after that because you brought a car.
I did.
But RaceDeck, our friends at RaceDeck, it's time, man. It's summertime. Get your garage looking great. I've done it. Zuckerman's done it. Johnny's going to do it.
One day.
Cost-effective, durable, truly do-it-yourself modular flooring system that makes your garage look great. Installs in just hours. There's no glue or anything else. It snaps together. It works fantastically. You have 20 styles to choose from to transform that ugly garage into the coolest garage on your block. Self-draining design, modular flooring system, and born from a passion of garage life. And you know how these ads go.
Yeah.
I didn't believe it till I went through it, but I put it in my hangar, and man, oh man.
It saved Zuckerman's garage. It looks so
it really
good in there.
did.
Yeah.
No, I'm really grateful that these guys are sponsors because I really believe in them. Like our other sponsor, BlueChew.
RaceDeck.
They're great, and we use their stuff. And Jorgen Mahler,
Yes.
you gotta come out so we can do my home garage. It's time. I've managed to get rid of all of the extra bicycles and electric bikes in there.
You had
Now I have
70
room.
two-wheeled
There was
vehicles.
lots. I
in
have
the
one more to go, and I think Moise is going to buy it. He called the other day and said, "I need an electric bike," and I just come here and buy something in my garage. Just come take it,
Right.
but don't sue me when you crash.
he will crash.
And then he went to go tootling off, and I said, "Put a helmet on. This is the one rule. You only got one brain, people." And use that brain to order RaceDeck. Shop at racedeck.com. Use code SPIKE911 for 15% off and free shipping. We thank you, RaceDeck. You brought a car,
I did.
and there it is. Wow, it's a pretty little, another red car.
It is red. It's good looking, but yeah, this is the Z NISMO.
I've always liked these things. I like the way they're shaped. That looks like fun to me. It's small. It's not too big. It doesn't have a manual transmission in it.
That is going to be what the internet hates. Is not only does it not have one in it, but you can't get one.
You can't get one.
Now, the scuttlebutt I heard was the base car. So this has 20 more horsepower than the regular Z.
Okay.
And therefore, the base car with the automatic transmission would have been quicker than this with a manual. Just that's how life goes. So they decided not to have their more powerful car be slower than their base car. They took it away saying, oh, it's intended for the track. You know, and for the track, you want to be quicker, which is kind of nonsense because it's not a dual clutch. It's an automatic. So around town, like, yeah, I'm kind of missing the manual, you know, and then on the freeway, this thing does not ride well. By the way, $65,000 to start, $70,000 as it sits for 420 horsepower. So it's just not even kind of cheap. However, I decided before the show to run up Angeles Crest to see how it drives. Fucking great. like wow. It really is.
Works.
It's really fun to drive in the canyons. And you know, I ran into them like 18 months ago or maybe even longer. They had a M2 competition and they had this thing and it was all camoed up.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of Japanese guys up on Angeles Crest. And I ran in and I ran up. I thought it was being all cool and I grabbed some photos, but I was like moving my hand and the photos were all blurry. But so they were benchmarking the old M2 comp. And I bet you it's like just as fast as an automatic or, you know, whatever they call the DCT version of the M2. I bet you that's exactly what they benchmarked, similar power to weight. Every other knock you can do on the car, like this is a 20-year-old platform. What's Nissan doing? The interior is very bland, on and on and on. It's all true. I think this is sort of designed for me because like my dad, when I was born, had a 280Z. And my earliest car memories are of driving around Malibu canyons in a 280Z.
Wow.
And like, you know, I'm officially old now. I'm 50 and like, oh, maybe I got a bum knee. I don't want a manual. Like, you know, I got some pocket change. I'm a, you know, blah, blah. So this, I could see the appeal of this thing.
But, you know, we were talking about this on the show with Pumphrey. Like, is this too expensive? Will these cars just sit on lots? Do you think? Even though it's nice, it just seems like that's a lot of money for this.
At $70,000, you start thinking about stuff like M2s. Yeah. You start thinking about Corvettes.
Right.
You know,
right.
And even like a Boxster. There's a way to get a year-old Boxster, you know, for like around that.
Yeah.
And
I just have no idea like sales stats on this car, but that price point seems dangerous.
It's probably too expensive. It's trapped in this weird bubble of like, boy, it's really good at being a sports car, but it's like, what do most people do? They kind of drive around town and drive on the freeway, and it's not really great at either of those things.
Let's open up the door there. There we go. What a weird door handle. There you go.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just sort of what it is. I hate the shifter.
Does that thing move?
Yeah, it slides back like a soap bar, but it's like when it's an electric to go into park, and I don't know. It has a handbrake because it's supposed to be a manual, but you know, if you pull the handbrake, it beeps. It's got, you know, it's just what it is. Like if it was on, you'd see the nav screen and you'd be like, that's what my 2005 Infiniti looked like, because it's kind of the same software. It fails in a lot of places, but it's quite good up in the canyons where no one's ever going to take it.
Right.
And where it's supposed to be. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm torn by this car because I was expecting the regular one, the non-Nismo. It's not very good in the canyons. It's just kind of like floppy, sloppy, feels dated. Whereas this one, the tires and the suspension and whatever they did to make it a Nismo, great job, like really good job. Do it again on a modern platform. Do it again. I don't even care if it's a manual, but like have an actual good transmission. Like what, get a dual clutch if you're going to do a sports car. They make the GTR that came out in 2008, I think, with a dual clutch, and now we're almost 17 years later, and their sports car doesn't have a dual clutch. Like, come on, Nissan, let's go.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go.
So good, but. Or bad, but bad, however.
Good, but too expensive.
Yes.
I do like the way it looks. That's always how I approach these things from the beginning. Do I like the way it looks from the outside? And I do like that shape.
Yeah,
that looks like fun to me.
This is the first one that really makes me kind of like, oh, it does look, in this color especially, it does look like the old Zs.
This in like a non-metallic blue of some kind would be nice.
Yeah, because you remember when they launched the new Z, the third gen New Z, we'll call it. It was like in like laser yellow, and like there was nothing in the 70s that color. And then a lot of them were like that Nissan gray, and it's like no, cars were colorful back in the day. And this finally, I just like it. I'd lower the ride height like an inch or two. It's sort of like up on its knuckles. I don't know why, but that's it. It doesn't really scrape, so that's good. So
there you go.
Yeah. There you go. I even like the red stripe on the rear, on the side mirrors. I thought it was kind of cheesy at first, and I like it. It sets them off. It does something, and it helps with that chrome along the bottom of the window. I just like the thing. It's good, but and man, at $55,000, no, I don't know. I don't know the price point it should be, but 70 is a lot.
You know, we got to get Cameron's car problem sorted out here.
He has a problem.
He has this Volkswagen Golf.
That's a problem.
I think he affectionately refers to as a shitbox. Is that right?
It is a shitbox.
Do you have a picture of it that you can put up? This is little. Oh, there it is right there. And it is a lovely car, but it died, Johnny. It just died. This is outside of, looks like Stuttgart. Is that Stuttgart Porsche? My friend's over in Stuttgart in Santa Monica.
Stuttgart.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow.
Look at that rust.
Yeah. It's nice. Did that come? Was that an option at the factory? Or
selected. A little add-on.
I just
wait. What's this all about? They tore out the back seats.
So this is a few years ago. The trunk broke.
Are you making sure we can hear you in the show? Okay, good.
Yeah.
The trunk broke.
It happens to Volkswagens.
The outside lever like rusted.
Wow.
And so the only way to open the trunk now is this little, I had to rip the back off, and I have this little like mechanical that I'm pulling to open it from the inside.
Well, I bring it up, Johnny, because obviously this is an automotive show, and whenever I talk about Subaru, I have the folks, I think from Crawford, saying, "Hey, we want to take Jack's car and turn it into this," and it's always very nice to hear from the community that wants to ruin my son's car and turn it into a racer.
For cash,
not ruin it. They turn it into something that he'll crash. But I thought maybe we bring this up here. Maybe there's someone out there in the Spikes Car Radio community, because Cameron needs to get around Santa Monica.
That has extra sheet metal laying around?
I'm not looking for somebody to fix it. I want someone to come in with an idea and go, let me make this into something.
Those are some rust holes. I would say it's not safe for our Cam to be.
You rust hole? What do you mean? You couldn't pimp my ride with this guy? This is one of the most modified cars in the world next to the Miata, right?
To have a relatively new vehicle with that much rust, like what's going on in the places you can't see?
Well, this is what I want someone to take, and I want them to take the car and turn it, say, look, let's put a crate motor in it. Maybe some 22s, right? A booming audio system.
So this car's a unibody, which means there's no frame, which means like if you put more power in, the strut towers will rip out of their rusty shells. I would say, time to buy a new car.
Well, that's what we don't want to do.
Oh, we don't? Okay.
Cam just moved here from Austin. He's got a girlfriend that keeps him busy.
But why would
he's got to spend his money on her?
Why would a Texas? Is this like a flood car from Louisiana?
So this car came from Michigan. That's why it's so rusty.
Say no more. Yes. Okay. You're doomed. Get a new car.
It's in pretty bad shape.
Well, someone will have an idea.
Yeah.
We bring it up because someone will go, hey, you know what we need to do to this thing? And maybe that guy is maybe those guys are Stuttgart, but they're master mechanics. We love these guys. Oh Jesus, your undercarriage. Oh boy,
yeah. More power is the solution there.
This guy's like, we didn't loosen these bolts. Look at the wheel; it just shakes like
I
this.
have tetanus.
Yeah.
These guys, it's really funny. Stuttgart years ago, their owners retired now, but they rebuilt the engine in the 73 RS when I owned it.
Oh, wow, wow.
They did a great job with it too. I love these guys.
I just watched this movie on an airplane. It's a French film and translates to like When the Fall Comes or something like that. But the main character is like a 70-year-old ex-Parisian hooker.
Yeah.
And that's what she drives.
Yeah,
she has the same car.
Well, here's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for somebody down in Irvine who's got a modifying hot rod shop to go, hey, let us take this. Let us turn it into something that's usable. And you can come on the show and present it to us, and it'll be done.
So I'm a little rusty with my golf knowledge, but that's a Gen 4, Mark 4, as they call it.
Yeah.
So it's got the VR6.
Yeah.
So there is a lot of mods out there for a VR6.
Yeah.
So you could make some stonking power.
So there you go.
That's probably like the 8-valve.
I don't know that we're looking for power as much as we're looking for a working automobile for this young man to travel.
Honda Civic.
Otherwise, we're just going to have to give him the Type 34.
Hey, for less rust.
Yeah, I'll take it.
The car that everybody wants when they come on the show. Everybody tries to buy that car. It's really funny. That's probably out of all the cars in Zuckerman's hangar here, that's the one everybody wants.
I've driven the Type 34. They are sweet. You know, something interesting. When the Porsche 914 came out in 1970, the car that was coming off the line in 1969 was that.
Wow.
So same line became a Porsche.
I've only driven this car around there. He's offered it to me to drive. I'll have to take it out.
It's sweet. I mean, it's a cool car. Oh, look, it's a
little slow.
It's the best Volkswagen Beetle ever made.
Okay. Speaking of time capsules, that was the worst segue in podcast history. Did anybody say time capsule?
Nope.
No. Put up this story about this time capsule 50 years ago that someone put together. Where was this again?
Wow.
Where does it say? They built this time capsule in 1975 that they just opened up. Seward, Nebraska. And in it, they put the weirdest stuff, but they put this Chevy Vega in there for some reason.
Look at that plate, 2025.
Yeah, and said, in 2025 on July 4th, we're gonna open it up, and they did. It was weirdly if you scroll down, it was shaped like a pyramid, I think. Oh yeah, there's the oh man,
okay.
Look at that.
Yeah,
and I think there was also a motorcycle in it.
Okay.
I just thought it was really cool. I just thought... there is a motorcycle. Look, right in the lower right-hand corner there.
Shouldn't they have left it for like 250 years?
Well, then we don't get to enjoy it. You know what I mean? I really love this story. See if you can get to where the words are so we can see more of what they put in there. I was curious what they had.
5,000 items.
It's fair to say the Vega held up better than the Toyota Corolla that was stored atop the time capsule in a somewhat waterproof pyramid. So there was another car?
Oh.
This is so weird. They couldn't figure out how to open the time capsule without removing. In 75, we didn't know how to open time capsules. We just didn't. We didn't have that technology.
Right.
And apparently we still don't have it.
Right.
That's why they had to cut it, and it took 6 hours to open it up. You're kind of right. Like, why did you open this up? And then there's this lady has something to say. Go ahead and press, and let's hear what she has to say.
The grounds of the world's largest time capsule was peaceful today, post-deconstruction.
I like the
unbelievable to me that after 50 years, the colors were that bright, and that the whole car was in that good a shape. So they got the car out, and
here, stop for a second. Which is in better shape? The Vega or Cameron's VW?
The Vega is in much, much, much better shape.
Wow, I'm sorry, Cameron.
The wheels probably don't shake.
It's not a pile of rust.
Yeah, maybe you should put that into time capsule. Maybe that's the solution we have here.
Self-healing time capsule?
Yeah, under a pyramid, it seems to get better. Go ahead.
Like pyramid power? Remember
pyramid power is what we're seeing. Go ahead and play. Let's see what we got.
Other medium-sized trinkets were taken out by a brigade of 8 to 10 people who showed up on the day of extraction and then placed in the house of Davison Repository. As for the highly anticipated letters inside,
one that the interior was perfect, but the exterior, we couldn't read any names.
What did it say?
So things like that are going to be
We don't care that.
a mystery
What did it
that
say?
we have to solve over time.
Items will be laid out on categorized tables, and for those looking to be reunited with their treasures, you can fill out a form on their Facebook page to register it. Johnson says that she hopes to return all items to their rightful owners within 6 months. Reporting in Seward,
Oh,
Danielle
man.
De Silva
I love
for
local news so much. It's such a
The
treat.
framing of that shot. Yeah, no, move a little to the right there. That's what we
block
want.
the leg. Show the other leg.
We want some of the sign blocked, and then we want the guy statue there. That is not at all
But
offensive.
I love. It was a brigade of 8 to 10 people.
I like me a good time capsule.
Scientists estimate it was 8 to 10 volunteers.
But you can't talk about a letter without saying, here's what we wrote. Wouldn't you want to see what the people wrote to the year 2025? I'm sure you have figured out everything and made life good for the people of Earth at this point, that the planet is in good shape and the people are all living in harmony together. I want to go get in the time capsule. Send me back.
Yeah.
Send me back to 75.
Time capsules to me are a bit like parades. I just kind of hate them all.
There's something cool about the opening of the time capsule, not the putting it away of it.
But
I'm not sure the Chevy Vega is what we would want. Like what?
That was Motor Trend's car of the year in 1975.
It was?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because everyone makes fun of Motor Trend for it relentlessly.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
then maybe that guy reads Motor Trend. Maybe that's why they did it.
It was-
Clearly,
it
a
was
car
a big
guy
deal.
was involved in this. Because
Sure.
did you see there were model trucks and then a motorcycle? Like, as if these things wouldn't last 50 years. He already, in 75, he has evidence of cars probably close to 100 years old, right?
Yeah.
Maybe?
1885.
They're still around. So why would you go, we gotta save this Chevy Vega? This was a tax write-off of some kind.
Yeah, or he's hiding evidence. But
or he stole it. Right, exactly right.
But like, again, like in the year 2225, that'd be an interesting thing to open. Now it's like, we could find a bunch of Vegas, in garages around here.
One of the more interesting cars that has been buried, look this up. LA Ferrari Dino buried.
Yes.
Have you seen this story?
I get confused because there's so many buried Ferraris.
Yeah, click that
And I knew a guy who buried a Ferrari.
and see if you can find a picture. That's a Wikipedia page. Just do a Google image search and you'll see this car I'm talking about. There it is, right there. This was one of the stranger stories.
Yes.
But again, like we said, stolen Ferrari found buried in backyard.
Yeah.
Ugh. Why do you do that? Is this the car restored up there? Oh yeah, it is. Go to Auto
that's
Evolution
cool.
story.
Wow, that's cool.
Now that's a good story.
Hey, looks good. But how much is left?
Is this it restored? Is that what it says up there? Wow.
I think so.
That's a pretty great. Yeah, dug up, license plate.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Remains
Fantastic.
most famous Dino. All right.
Yeah.
Dug up is good.
Remained the most famous, according to us.
Yeah.
Who own it? It is the most famous Dino.
And most expensive.
Yes, according to us.
No,
Worth $10 trillion, according to us.
I forget why, but I knew a guy who buried his Ferrari. It was like his dad's. He inherited it, and like his plan was he didn't want like his brother and sister to make him sell it, so he like buried it and then forgot about it, of course, and then dug it up and it was totally ruined.
God, burying anything.
Yeah, it's not good.
You know when I learned my lesson about burying when I was a kid?
Pablo Escobar's.
They sell, remember the candy? You probably don't remember this, but you got gold coins that came in a little treasure chest, right?
No, I don't remember.
You didn't have that?
I didn't.
No, I had that little treasure chest. And after we ate all the gold coins, we took some of our baubles, some of our rings, some of our important boy stuff, and we put it in the treasure chest.
Decoder
and said,
ring.
Let's go bury it in a place called the pit between the houses.
Yeah.
We'll bury it there. And we buried it and we drew a little map and we put little things so we knew how to get to that, right? 2 hours later, we went just to check on it. The older kids had dug it up and they took everything. They took the whole deal. That's when I learned my lesson about burying shit. Don't bury shit.
I had good luck.
Don't bury
with-
shit because the kids are going to steal it or there's going to be water intrusion.
We had like 3 porno mags and a porno movie in an
Yeah.
old VCR, a camcorder case.
Yes.
And we would bury that and like take turns like, all right, it's back. that was our sex life from ages like
maybe
14
we're
to
like
15.
squirrels in that way. That humans, we just like to bury things. Maybe that was the urge to bury this car.
could
Let's
be.
talk about BlueChew and then we got to answer questions.
Yes.
All right. All right, I'm going to read this. I'm just going to read it the way it's written. Guys enter the room dick first. What else do you need to know?
BlueChew.
Guys enter the room dick first, is what it says here. BlueChew isn't just a tablet, it's a cheat code for your crotch. Stronger, harder, longer lasting, like someone gave your downstairs a pep talk and a gym membership, then I wouldn't use it. BlueChew is offering the original brand, offering chewable tablets for better sex. Oh, is the original brand. Host endorsement, personalization. All right, it's like, choice number one. Last time I took BlueChew, my dick got sponsored by an energy drink company.
This would be fun to write. This is
working for you.
This would be fun to write.
I carry my encyclopedia Britannica everywhere. Sometimes I take BlueChew to make standing in line easier, something to lean on.
Wow.
These are working on Jonny. We like it's get bricked up.
Bricked up it's hard to beat.
Guys, this isn't just about performance. This is about legacy or third legacy. Give her group chat something to talk about. You know when you lay it down. They're talking about how it gets up. They've got a new copywriter here that's
Does it make it bigger?
Nothing makes you more of a legend than a little BlueChew. Discover your options at BlueChew.com.
According to this, I can lean on my dick.
It does that. It turns you into a tripod.
Okay, I will,
Here's a special deal for our listeners. As always, you get your first month of BlueChew free. Just use promo code SPIKE911 at checkout. You only pay for shipping, which is $5. That's it. Join BlueChew's mission to upgrade humanity one thrust at a time. Head to BlueChew.com for details and safety information. And thanks to BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast. Let's do some questions.
All right.
Lots of people want to know what Jonny Lieberman's up to. And or Spike Ferriston.
What are we up to?
Let me see if I even posted something about you. I think I did. Yes, here it is. Did you not? I hope you didn't answer the questions ahead of time, which you seem to have a problem doing.
Just so Spike knows, what happened is I'm looking at everything written about me on Instagram without context. I'll see a question.
Oh, you're going to the comment thing. And
I'm not going down the post.
Okay, all right, you just got to be careful.
I learned. Well, you tagged me this time, so I said.
Sleevy B wants to know, is the Mazda Rotary sports car happening or not?
No one knows. It's been happening and not happening for since the RX-8 went away. Problem with a rotary engine is emissions are a nightmare. They're just a nightmare with that thing. And, in America, I think we just repealed every law we have. So, yeah, it could work in the US, but globally, it would just be really, really hard to do. Also, EVs sort of make a lot of things irrelevant, especially like a really dirty, polluting rotary engine. If you want high torque, you want high horsepower.
There's really no way to contain the pollution of a rotary engine at this point?
That's why they went away. Like in the 70s, everyone wanted to go rotary. Like when Mercedes and General Motors had spent billions of dollars developing really good rotary engines, and then the Clean Air Act happened in 75 and just killed it. It's really hard to do without choking it to death. There you go.
That's a nice Jay Leno watch you're wearing right there. The Sheffield Jay Leno with a diver. Look at you.
Yeah, and I really found a 22 millimeter strap that I kind of like it. It's for the summertime. I'm going to keep it on this, and then I'll go from there.
Bugletronics wants to know, do you miss P&L Burger? What does that mean?
I don't miss it, but I did enjoy a couple P&L burgers in my time.
Okay. Yeah. Adam Weiner wants to know, and this is a horrible question, Adam, and you shouldn't be asking it. Do you have an update on the 914?
No,
he does not. There is never going to be a 914 update.
I will say this. Now that I'm rolling around with my own channel, I think maybe a 914 update episode could work. If I can monetize my sadness.
Yes.
Right? That's how you do it. That's like being a comedian, right?
I don't know. But I monetizing sadness makes sense. The car world is sometimes hands you, they just give you those cards. Sometimes you have to play those cards out.
Yeah.
I've been in that situation. The Nogman wants to know, do you mostly keep your car stock? It's about modification. Have you modified your Toyota lately? Is there something new that you've done to it?
Yeah, since it was on this show, I've done a lot to it. I guess since it's been on this show, wheels, tires. So I got 1552 Chem Block Turbo Max in black. I got Toyo. I should learn the name of it. It's something like Advan Sport 2 or something. They're really good. They're They're like PS4s, but they work really well in the rain because LA now, when we have rain, we have a lot of it suddenly. So I need like a summer tire that also works for like the 2 months a year where it rains. Put on new, oh God, I can't remember anything. Anyways, a British brake company, it'll come to me in a second, Torax or something. They sent me, I got new rotors, new pads, new steel brake lines, and new brake fluid. And
That's
then,
a lot.
Yeah, and then it's, I think when I had it on here, I'd finished 21 reflashes. We did like a bunch more, so now it's at like 25 reflashes, and it's going in for surgery. The guy really wants me to get a upgraded fuel map for like 100 octane or E85 to make some big power. He's trying to push me to make a 600 horsepower car. He's like just feeding me just enough.
Well, there's a lot of interest on YouTube on that car.
Yeah,
that short we made.
It's killer. I might buy another one and turn that into like a nutty drag racer 700, because that block is a WRC block and it can take like 800 horsepower. Now, at 800 horsepower, you probably have to rebuild it every 24 hours, but it can technically.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
We can piggyback you on the back of Cameron's VW deal here.
Yes,
that will be.
I'll let Cameron drive it. Yeah.
Plate Hate wants to know: are you ashamed of your license plate on the Toyota? It's cringy as fuck.
I'm ashamed of my license plate on my Rivian, which is an inside joke that 3 former Rivian employees find hysterical. I don't even think it's funny anymore. I love carbon roof. I think it's great because it sets off morons like this guy. Because he
took a dig at you.
It's got a carbon roof. And then one day, if I buy a roof, it's made of carbon fiber, I'll just swap the plate. So
you can't say cringy anymore. It's totally cringy. That's my take. Lots of folks want to know about the F80. We covered it. What does Johnny's beard smell like?
It smells like my beard.
Old dogs.
I do have an old dog.
Live SCR at the Audrain Concours? Yes. We are doing a show at Audrain, whenever that is, sometime in September. October.
I think October.
We're there, me and Jonny and Zuckerman, and we're there for a couple days. So come on down. We've sold out our Pebble Beach show.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
So
that's good.
How many years in a row have we sold that out? Like many.
A bunch. Yeah. But all the money goes to charity, and they're super excited about it. And I'm excited to go this year. This is one of the rare years where I'm actually thinking about staying a little longer than
you should. 10 minutes. Why do you guys do that? Like I get how it's fun to leave, but like
it's not. No, they're just it's a mindset with other things that are going on. Like it's just if I have the time and don't have things going on here, I don't want to be there feeling anxious about stuff I have to get done here. That's
I'm just like,
but this year I kind of feel a little European Swedish guy on vacation August.
Yeah.
Like take some time, relax a little bit.
I'm just always yelling at people because I think Sunday, everyone's like, oh, I want to go to the Quail.
No,
Quail's
great.
turned into a new car show.
Yeah, Quail's great too.
Quail's
all great.
But Sunday, and everyone leaves like Saturday night or Sunday morning, and I'm like, it's the best car show in the world.
Because you start to get the Sunday scaries. You're like, I got to get home on Monday, and if I'm driving and that beautiful road is still closed, how am I getting home? And then you're done.
Anyways, yes.
Cigars at the Spanish
and
Bay.
More cigars, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. Here's a funny question. I can't answer it, but maybe you can. Paul Hawkins wants to know. Well, maybe I could. I have a guess. Which auto journalist, in your opinion, is the best driver?
I can do it by country. So
just the best. One guy.
Jethro Bovington is probably the best. Now there's
better than Harris.
Yeah, him and Harris were both trained by a guy named Dickie Meaden. Jethro has raced. So is Chris Harris. Jethro is a much more successful racer. And they both drift about the same. But in this country, Kyle Connor from Out of Spec Reviews, no one would think it because he's Mr. EV, but like I think the dude grew up on a racetrack or something. But I went driving around with him. He was in a Lotus, and I think I was in a Cayman or vice versa. And like he's just drifting everywhere, like public road, wild, like totally in control, really, really good.
We're rear wiper option. When is Jerry back? Oh my God. Well, in the summer, he's got that Long Island existence. He always goes a little dark. He's stopping by tomorrow. We're going to drive for a little bit. I don't think we'll get to do a show, but he'll be back. He said, I've got a great story for the show. And he told me, and I said, that is a super, super fun story. I love it.
We should
Come back.
If I have any input, that night when it was me, you, Z, and
Yes.
him, and cigars and no microphones? We should do that again. That was sort of the greatest.
We can do it any Friday we want.
Okay, that was sort of the greatest time. In fact, Friday's coming up.
At Goodwood, did you drive up the hill?
Not this year. I have done that previously. If I'd been there a day earlier, Rimat said I could drive the Navara R up.
Oh.
Yeah, which just set every speed record.
But
known
you
to man.
didn't?
I didn't get to this year.
Oh. Did you like
shoulda.
Goodwood? Did you enjoy yourself there?
Yeah. It's. I haven't been to the Festival of Speed in many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotten very, very big. They've really expanded it, and it's very, very crowded. It's hard to kind of do everything you want to do. If I do go back, I will definitely say like, hey, let me drive a car up. Hey, let me drive a car up. Hey, let me drive a car up. And I think I'd have more fun because I kept running into like Dario and Marino, and they're like, we're going into the drivers club. And I'm like, I'm not a driver. So I couldn't hang. But Dario says hi. Saw him.
Yeah.
He drove. Oh my God. So
He was so funny after he did the show. Do you remember what he said?
he said, you guys are fucking maniacs.
The nicest compliment you could ever say. As he was walking out.
Yeah.
He just said, wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, he so it was celebrating 60 years of Gordon Murray and 75 years of F1, which was
nice.
rad because they had every F1 car. He drove this Ferrari, and I forget the year. I'm sorry, but it was a V12 Ferrari, I think. Could have been a V8, and it doesn't matter. It had a 17,000 RPM red line, and like, you know, when you're there, there's just stuff going by, and you're like, oh, that's a car, that's a car. And then all of a sudden, there's like noise happens and you turn and there's this red Ferrari F1 car just literally shrieking and screaming up the hill, like the 17,000 RPM.
Amazing.
So, and then I saw Dario was like, I drove it. You know?
Niskamok, who's always after me.
What'd you
because of my Seiko trajectory, which he's not wrong about. Spike, you previously mentioned you didn't think much of Seiko mods. It's true. I have. Or have interest in them. I did say that. Do you realize with Sheffield now you become a Seiko modder? As a result, I've not become a Seiko modder. I have become someone who works with someone who makes a watch called Sheffield that uses a Seiko movement for now because we're bringing affordable quality products, they are, to the market, right? Which I love that mission, affordable quality, and that Seiko movement that they use.
I think this is a Seiko movement.
It is. I do like, and I have learned a lot about Seiko, and I've gained a great deal of respect for that company, and I understand it. This is all, you know, as an enthusiast, I'm learning. I'm constantly learning, and I get it. I totally get it. What I was talking about was more about, and I kind of apply this to car and watch companies, is I kind of judge companies by their history and their whole portfolio. And Seiko, while there are many great watches, there were also a lot of drugstore watches at the same time. So that was kind of making that comment about it.
Look.
And I think I do own a couple of Seikos.
Everybody's allowed to make mistakes except for Spike.
Yes, that's true. But I'm not, Sheffield is not a Seiko modder. Sheffield is its own brand that uses movements. And like I said, we have the latest thing that I've been working on with Jay at Sheffield has a Swiss movement in it, you know, and it's a different price point and it's a chronograph and it's freaking awesome.
Nice.
And I'll also say this summer, even though I'm not wearing it today, I've been wearing just the SCR watches on the tennis court and out and about, especially the Grun. And they're just great. I totally get it now. I totally understand. It's like, there's something about this nice timepiece that I can wear on a tennis court and not worry about it getting stolen or if it breaks. You go, all right, it was still a few $100, but it's not $20,000. You know what I mean? And once you start playing that mindset out, you like the way it looks and you like the way it works, and the cost is not prohibitive. You see what Jay Turkbus has set out to do, which is affordable quality timepieces.
This is what we spend a lot of time at Goodwood talking about, because all we do at Goodwood is not look at the cars and look at our watches. Because everyone on the trip was a watch nerd. Yeah. But like how your tastes change. Like I was handed, I think we talked on the show, I was handed like a Seiko Pogue and then a first year Porsche design chronograph. I don't really want to wear anything else. I'm only wearing this because it showed up in the mail the other day and it's new. Like that Porsche design watch I put it on a NATO strap. I could wear that for the end of time and be totally satiated. But a month ago, I was totally into something else. Yeah. Like it's just weird. It's just weird how it changes.
T Goody wants to know, where do I get my toupee fitted? I recently, toupee? shifted to a different toupee fitter. Do you think this is what I would buy? You think I'd go with this?
Right.
Give me that one.
Yeah. No one will suspect it's fake.
That one. Nobody wants that. No, that's the cheapest one. That's the only one I can afford. Just stitch it right to my head.
Oh, that's funny.
That's a good one.
I get
but
accused
thank you.
of dyeing my hair a lot because I'm this age and my hair isn't gray.
Me too.
Really?
I had to bring Marcos Truba from Chris McMillan Salon into my Instagram feed to answer the questions. They go, look, man, I'm seeing it up close.
Right.
And let me set the record straight. It's not a toupee. It's not dyed. He comes in and cuts his hair once every 4 weeks, and he gets it done in like 10 minutes because he just buzz it.
Right.
But if we keep doing the show, which I think we're gonna, you'll get to enjoy me rotting.
Yeah.
Right here on YouTube.
I've been enjoying it for years. It's fantastic.
There's only so much we can do with these cameras.
I noticed the picture of Farah on the thumbnail. I'm like, he looks incredible. Like,
Did he look good?
That's some AI.
Did they? I wonder.
Yeah.
I notice I look a little better than I do in real life on that too. Well, we try to make it.
Give me some of that. AI me up, baby.
All right, one more question here.
Yeah.
Apple CarPlay Ultra, which I believe is in the Aston.
I don't know if it's in. Maybe it was an update. I don't know if it's in.
It
wasn't
did.
when
I remember when it.
Okay.
I haven't noticed any. It doesn't ruin the personality of a car's UI, even though the gauges are all different per the brand. I know when I first linked up to this and it said, do you want to use Apple CarPlay? It said Ultra, and then it took like a minute to kind of happen. But then the interface is exactly the same. What is Ultra? Like, how would I even
should
use that?
know because I was when I drove the Aston Martin Vantage convertible Roadster, whatever it is. They wanted me to come back a day later and experience Apple CarPlay Ultra, and I just didn't do it for some reason. It's supposed to be much better, and then everyone I know wrote an article and made an Instagram post. I hate CarPlay. To me, it's like it's a failure on the OEM's part of making decent software, and now you have to default to staring at your stupid phone.
We'd rather use that. We want to use our own phones. We don't want to use.
No, I like Teslas or Rivians. Like when the software is really good. Tesla. As the when the software is really, really good, I want to use the car. I don't want to use my. Yeah.
Well, you and I are different in that regard.
No, I don't.
I really appreciate it when a car comes with just a wireless speaker. And I can just sit the phone up and that's all I really want. I don't want the rest of it. I do like nice speakers and I like to listen to good music, but I just want to use my phone.
I like a good integrated car. I want the car experience, not the Apple experience.
There you go. Well, that's our show, Johnny. Where are you off to now?
I'm going to Portugal.
To do what?
To drive the Lamborghini Temerario.
Wow.
I believe is how it's pronounced.
And then what?
And then I'm going to France to drive the Bugatti Mistral.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a life.
What a life
this guy has. That's amazing.
I know. I'm very excited.
Well, I can't wait for you to come back and tell us about those.
Yeah, because the Mistral was my car of last year's Quail. I thought it was, I've never been a giant fan, even though my friend designed it, of the Chiron. It was okay. It's like a, updated Veyron, but the Mistral is like such a solid, crazy design.
Have you ever thought about doing a video of the experience of not just the car, but when you walk up to the hotel, the dinner that night, look at what we're eating, and guess what else we're doing? They also put these delightful Bugatti hats in the bathroom that I wear, or whatever they do. Like all the things that go along with the press trip.
My buddy years ago really wanted to do a reality show of my life where it's just me going on press trips.
Yeah.
But it's like...
But I think, but sharing, like, I've done some of these and they're all different and they're like these nice little vacations. And I think
people you hate.
I don't hate everybody. No,
not you, me. Like you're like there's a lot of journalists where you're like, oh, he's there.
Yeah,
she's
that's
there.
True. That ruins it. But that's not what I'm saying. It's more about like what kind of free crap did you get out of this?
You don't get a lot of free crap.
You do get free dinners. You do stay in a lot of luxury hotels.
The greatest hotels. And you eat good food. Absolutely.
Remember the last one we went on together? I got COVID and shared it with everybody.
Was that in New York?
No, that was at the Pelican Hill in Laguna.
I didn't go to that one. That's
that was Matt Farah.
That was Matt Farah.
That's right. I was staring cross-eyed at him across the table and I went, oh, I'm shutting down.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you get a hat or something. It's not. I mean, I'm trying to think of what's the best thing.
You're not paying attention. Look at where you're going. You're flying to these beautiful places.
You
You're staying in lovely hotels.
Pina Longa?
Yes, that's what I mean.
Penis Longer Hotel. Pina Longa.
And then there'll be a nice dinner with a bunch of
several.
Yeah,
well,
and then look what they're serving you. That's what these people want to see. They want to know that. They don't want to know about your life. They just want you to aim the camera at the things you're consuming.
Yeah, but without context, without showing the annoying that this hotel has a 3-star Michelin restaurant, right?
We just keep going.
Okay.
We'll see you next week on Spike's Car Radio.